Welcome, Cowboys Nation, to our in-depth preview of the Dallas Cowboys' upcoming road clash against the New York Jets. This is a pivotal game for Dallas as they aim to get back to a .500 record, thanks to their earlier tie. If you're rooting for the Cowboys to take down the Jets at MetLife Stadium, show your support by smashing that like button on today's video. We've got the data to back it up. The more likes we get, the better Dallas's chances of coming out on top. Let's dive into the matchup, break down the stats, discuss injuries, and lay out the keys to victory. The Cowboys head into this game as road favorites against a Jets team that's struggling to find its footing. With an over-under set high due to both teams' porous defenses, this game could turn into a shootout. Dallas, sitting at 1-2-1, is a 2.5-point favorite, which is a promising sign for a team that's technically below .500. I'm digging that betting line. It feels like a winnable game for the Cowboys. Today, we'll cover the offensive firepower, defensive struggles, key injuries, and what Dallas needs to do to secure the victory. So, let's get started. First, let's talk about the Cowboys' offense, which has been a bright spot this season. Dallas boasts the number 5 scoring offense in the NFL, averaging impressive points per game. They're 6th in expected points added, EPA per play, showing their efficiency in moving the ball. The Cowboys lead the league in total yards per game, rank 1st in passing yards, and sit at 12th in rushing yards. Every other play is a positive one for Dallas, with a success rate that ranks 2nd in the NFL. This offense is explosive, dynamic, and capable of putting up big numbers. However, consistency has been an issue. Drops and interceptions off those drops have plagued the team at times, preventing them from fully capitalizing on their potential. Despite these hiccups, the raw production is undeniable. Dak Prescott has been phenomenal, and we'll dive into his numbers later. For now, know that this offense is a well-oiled machine when it's clicking, and they'll need to bring their A-game against a Jets defense that's been anything but elite. The New York Jets defense is a far cry from the dominant units we've seen in their past. They're tied for 28th in points allowed per game and 28th in EPA per play, indicating they struggle to stop opponents consistently. While they rank 6th in success rate, suggesting they can occasionally stall drives, their overall performance is lackluster. They allow the 20th most yards per game, with their pass defense ranked 14th and their run defense looking particularly shaky. We saw this vulnerability exposed in their recent Monday Night Football loss to the Miami Dolphins, where their run defense was gashed repeatedly. This matchup sets up well for Dallas's offense, particularly in the ground game. Running back Javonte Williams could be in for a big day if the Cowboys exploit the Jets' weaknesses. The question is, can Dallas stay hot offensively and capitalize on these opportunities? I want to hear your confidence level in the Cowboys' offense for this game. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being no confidence and 10 being absolute certainty, let me know in the comments below. Before we dive deeper, let's address the injury concerns for both teams, starting with Dallas. The Cowboys are dealing with several key players who are either out or questionable for this matchup. First, offensive lineman Tyler Booker is unlikely to play due to an ankle injury. This could impact the protection for Dak Prescott and the run game's effectiveness. Wide receiver CeeDee Lamb is also doubtful, which is a significant blow to the passing attack. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer remains optimistic that neither player will land on injured reserve (IR), but their absence will be felt. Safety Malik Hooker is likely to miss the game with a toe injury, meaning we could see more of Wanya Thomas in the secondary. Offensive lineman Tyler Guyton's status is up in the air due to a concussion, and as we know, concussions are unpredictable. We may not get clarity on his availability until later in the week. Finally, running back Miles Sanders is a 50-50 toss-up. Schottenheimer expressed cautious optimism about Sanders' return, but if he can't go, this could open the door for rookie Jaden Blue to see some action. These injuries will force Dallas to rely on their depth, which could be a challenge against a Jets team that, despite its struggles, still has some playmakers. On the Jets side, they're also banged up. Cornerback Jarvis Brownlee, recently acquired from the Titans, missed last week's game with an ankle injury and is still in a ramp-up phase. His status remains uncertain, but he's not expected to be a full go. Edge rusher Jermaine Johnson, a key part of New York's pass rush, also sat out their last game against the Dolphins. If he's unable to play, it would be a massive boost for Dallas's offensive line. Defensive lineman Kenny Yeboah is dealing with a hamstring injury and is listed as doubtful, while offensive lineman Breece Hall's knee injury is a concern. As of Tuesday afternoon, the severity of Hall's injury is unclear, but his absence would be a significant loss for the Jets' run game. Nickel corner Michael Carter II is in concussion protocol, which could weaken New York's secondary further. These injuries could tilt the game in Dallas's favor, but the Cowboys must capitalize on any short-handed Jets units. The first key is simple: the Cowboys' offense must stay hot. We've already highlighted their elite production, 5th in points per game, 1st in total yards, and 2nd in success rate. They've shown flashes of brilliance, like their dominant performance against the Green Bay Packers, but struggled with consistency, as seen in their loss to the Chicago Bears. The game script turned negative against Chicago, forcing Dallas to abandon the run and play from behind. Against the Jets, they can't afford to let the game get away from them early. The Jets' defense is vulnerable, particularly against the run, so Dallas should lean on Javonte Williams to control the tempo. In the passing game, Dak Prescott needs to spread the ball around, especially if CeeDee Lamb is sidelined. Tight ends and secondary receivers will need to step up. Avoiding costly drops and turnovers will be critical to maintaining drives and putting points on the board. If Dallas can execute their game plan and sustain their offensive momentum, they should be able to exploit New York's defensive weaknesses. The second key to victory is stopping the Jets' run game. While New York's offense has struggled overall, their ground attack has been a strength. Running back Breece Hall has been effective, consistently churning out yards and keeping the chains moving. However, his potential